Hi, this is Lady Sharona here in Las Vegas. Behind me is the world famous Stratosphere. You can see that. And the Siegel Suites, which was actually the scene of a homicide last night. I'm here to tell you that although we've been absent for a little bit, we are still up and running and with a bunch of great new shows, great new segments, and great new guests and artists for you to share with us. So stay tuned and bewitched. Such a beautiful spring day. While I'm walking around, I thought I would show you little bits and pieces of Vegas history that is quickly, all too quickly some of us say, changing and disappearing. For example, behind me is the original Las Vegas Hilton. Liberace played here for many, many years, and a lot of other famous stars, although Liberace, this was his home for probably close to a decade. Anyway, now it's not the Las Vegas Hilton anymore. It's owned by the Westgate Company. They have some labor disputes going on, which is a shame. But it was sort of sad for us residents to see that name, Big H, change to anything. When he was performing here, Uncle Lee would have had his name up in Liberace, excuse me, would have had his name up in lights there. And now it says Westgate, and there's no more light bulbs and bright flashing neon. So there's been a lot of changes to Vegas recently, and not all of them are good ones. Just across the road from the old Hilton is the sign that signals the demise of yet another Las Vegas landmark, and that was the Riviera, who have just closed down. After 60 years, the sign says, "Thank you Vegas for 60 years." Another unfortunate demise on the Strip. Now, a little further on down my cruise down Paradise Road, if you can see behind me a tall glass tower, it's off the Strip. It's several blocks off the Strip actually. And that happens to be the Trump Tower in Las Vegas. Now the Trump Tower is purely a little bit of commercial and mostly residential. The reason being is that the Las Vegas Gaming Commission decided that Donald Trump was not trustworthy enough to have a gaming license here in the state of Nevada. So he had to sort of go off Strip, and there is no casino in the Trump Tower. So those of you who might be thinking to vote for Donald Trump, just a little heads up there, the Nevada Gaming Commission did not think he was a trustworthy enough person to give a gaming license to. Paradise Road and Convention Center Drive, and I just wanted to show you the Las Vegas Convention Center, which is more and more becoming an epicenter for all kinds of conventions over the United States. So next time you're planning a convention, whether it be the bridal convention, the electronic convention, this is where it's usually held at, and I believe it's really nice inside. Haven't been myself. Monorail, which crosses from the Sahara and the Las Vegas Hilton, and then crosses over into the Strip and goes all the way down to the MGM Grand. Monorail is the cheapest way for locals to get around. If you show them your local ID, you will be able to ride for just $1. And it's one end of the Strip to the other in 10 minutes. There it goes. If you spent any time in Vegas at all will recognize the name, the Siegel building, because of the Siegel Suites, which are literally all over this town. There's another one right over there on the Twain, just off of Paradise. And I get asked continuously, the Siegel Suites, they were started by Bugsy Siegel. No, people, they were not. Bugsy Siegel doesn't even spell his name the same way. Look it up, it's completely different spelling. This is actually Fred Siegel, who is some kind of real estate mogul, I guess you could say, who has made a very, very big imprint. The Howard Hughes Center, which is the corner of Paradise and Sands. A lot of you might remember the old Sands Casino. If you look down at it, of course, there is no more Sands, but you can see the Wynn on one side and the Palazzo on the other. Okay, here's some shots looking down Paradise Road from the Howard Hughes Center. And of course you can see the iconic stratosphere in the background. But what I think you might find interesting is this beautiful big pine trees and wildflowers growing right in the middle of Paradise Road. If we continue to pan around here, we're going to look down towards the Hard Rock Hotel, which is going to be our destination. But as you can see, Paradise Road is actually quite attractive, and you wouldn't believe it's in the middle of the desert. Look. So here I am. I'm a little bit off of Paradise Road, and I'm here to pick up my new co-host in our new series, which is around Vegas. So I'm going to knock on the door. Let's hope she's home. Hope she's home. Hello? Oh, here she is. Hi.
Hi. I'm Hailey, Audrie. I'm at Vegas.
Right here, I'm looking down on the corner of Paradise and Flamingo down towards the Las Vegas Strip, and you can see the great Ferris wheel they have here now, and behind it a mountain still with the winter snow on it. And if you pan it around, once again there's the Venetian and the Palazzo. Continuing along Paradise Road, we come to the Embassy Suites right opposite the Hard Rock Hotel, which is right over there. And the great thing with the Embassy Suites is we have done a beautiful video there last year because they have two swans there called the Elvis and Priscilla. And right now we're going to take a much needed break from the heat and go in and visit Elvis and Priscilla. Of the Embassy Suites, and if you follow me in, we're in a completely different environment, a beautiful oasis right in the middle of Paradise Road. The front of the Embassy Suite actually fronts onto Swenson, but being a resident of Paradise Avenue myself for a long time, we just hopped the fence. Don't do that, and don't tell on me. But come on, let me show you Elvis and Priscilla.
There.
Actually, she came over here. What do you think about these birds? What do they look like?
The same.
But I mean, do they look like other birds, or are they bigger?
Big birds like this.
Uh-huh.
And then, a little bird like this, and then.
So you would say that they're big birds?
Yeah.
They're big birds, definitely, okay. Do you think they look a little bit like ballerinas?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, that's why, because a lot of ballets are about fairy tales, and a lot of fairy tales are based on swans, because the swans are very magical creatures connected to the Valkyries and the Tuatha De Dan, and in fact the whole royal line of Ireland.
This is Hailey, Audrie, Emma Sniffin.
Okay, hey, Hailey, Audrie, Emma Sniffin, can you tell us what kind of fish are in this pond?
Koi.
Koi fish?
Yeah. Koi
Oh, that's
fish.
interesting. They're kind of big, right?
Yeah.
And what colors are they?
And white and yellow and another yellow and then orange.
Oh, yeah.
And red and then white.
On our way out of the embassy, we stopped to treat ourselves to one of their complimentary water beverages. Hailey, what is the water like?
With oranges and the sour and strawberries with salad up there.
And which one do you prefer? Do you like the citrus or the strawberry?
Strawberries.
Okay, there you hear it right from Hailey. If you come to the Embassy Suites in Las Vegas and you see the beautiful flavored teas, pick the strawberry. You can't go wrong. So we're winding up our tour of Paradise Road right here at the Hard Rock Cafe. Before we actually go inside, we're going to sit out here.
We got a Slim Jim and chocolate.
Yes, we did make a chocolate stop on the way home. We had a great day, don't you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We got it from 7-Eleven.
And now we're just chilling, listening to some music, right?
Yeah.
Before we go home and see Mommy.
Yeah. And then I want to open my chocolate, and then I got Slim Jim.
I think that sounds like an awesome plan.
It's kind of like a piece of turkey.
So why don't you tell everybody, this is Hailey, Audrie, Emma, and I will see you all next week.
I'm Hailey,